In this video we'll be looking at composite functions. So we've seen functions, we know they are f of x. In certain situations you can also have g of x or h of x, they're both quite common ones. So composite functions involve two separate functions, and the aim of it is to combine them into one big function. We do this by using substitution. So have a look at this first question here. We have one function, f of x, is 2x plus 3. The other function, g of x, is 3x plus 1. Now we are required to find f of g of x and g of f of x. The order here does matter, and it will change our answer and how we do it. So let's focus on f of g of x first. So you can see here, all that's happened is rather than having an x input on the f function, our input is now g of x. So we have to take the g of x and replace what the x would have been. So this would look like 2 bracket, and we sub 3x plus 1 where x would normally be, and then plus 3. And we can expand this out. So 2 times 3x is 6x, and 2 times 1 is 2, plus 3. That's going to leave us with 6x plus 5. And you can see that is our new function. Now let's have a look at g of f of x. So again, rather than having x as the input for the g function, we've now just got the f of x function as our input. So wherever we see x, we replace that with the 2x plus 3 that f of x is. So we say 3, and then rather than the x, we put in 2x plus 3 plus 1. Now again, expand that bracket out. 3 times 2x is going to be 6x. 3 times 3 is going to be 9, plus the 1, 6x plus 10, just like that. And that's our final answer. Now let's look at a slightly harder example. So this one involves some quadratics. We have to find g of f of x. So we take our g function, and everywhere that we see an x, we change that for 2x minus 1. So 2x minus 1 squared, plus 3 lots of 2x minus 1, plus 5. And again, just a bit of manipulation to try and simplify this out a bit. So if we expand out this double bracket here, we're going to be left with 4x squared minus 4x plus 1. And this single bracket, 3 times 2x, is going to give us 6x. And then minus 3 times a minus 1 is going to be minus 3 plus 5. So gather together all the terms that you need. We're going to have a 4x squared minus 4x plus 6x is a positive 2x. And then plus 1 minus 3 plus 5 is going to give us a positive 3. And that is our g of x, our g of f of x function. Okay, something slightly different, other notation. So when it comes to composite functions, you've noticed that I've written stuff a bit like this. You can also write it a bit simpler, just ignoring the middle set of brackets. And another common one would be g of f, like this. So the little circle in between just indicates that you're combining them in the same sort of way. And again, the other way, this would be f of g of x, f of g of x, like this, and then f of g, or fog, I guess you could call it. That's a good way that I learnt to help me remember it. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that helped.